Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Wednesday Night Wingcrest. We're here in Olympia, Washington, where we have an all-star lineup as Mitsuru Kirijo takes on Makoto Niijima at the end of the night. Meanwhile, we begin with a triple threat match as Kaine, 2B, and A2 do battle. The Vision Warriors finally take on the Heroes of Chaos yet again. Dunban is set to square off against Waluigi. Joker makes a surprise appearance in the singles division as he faces off against Leon Kuwata, and the Gestalt Sisters try not to fall back on their usual ways as they take on the Flamebringers. So prepare yourselves for a dense night of matches, because this is Wingcrest. And here we go, starting off our night, like I said, with a triple threat match.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Make your way to the ring from Death Valley, Kaine.
Introducing first, it is the one, the only, Kaine. And for her opponents, introducing first,
From Valhalla, the 2B.
from Yorha, it is your former Women's Universal Champion for a hot minute, 2B. And last but certainly not least, it is A2. And this ought to be a very intense matchup. All three women with not a lot to lose, but quite a bit. More to some than others, but yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. And referee rings the bell. Kaine and A2 immediately meet in the middle. Kaine immediately going for the cover after the clothesline. 2B breaks it up. And now Kaine. Over the shoulder, but 2B slipping out. And a jumping knee to the chin, but here comes A2. 2B seeing it coming. Knife edge shots, but A2 with a reversal. The scoop slam. And now going after Kaine. A2 turning 2B around. Elbow to the spine. Double team against Kaine, both over the shoulders. And now A2 going for the cover. Kaine, unsurprisingly, immediately breaking it up. A2 with an elbow to the spine, throwing 2B out onto the apron. throwing her back into the ring, and now a bull rush against Kaine. Back elbows, kick to the chest, and now turning around, giving Kaine some love, but Kaine with the reversal. Irish whip over the top rope, clearing A2 from the ring, and now going after 2B. 2B rolling out of the way. And sorry for all that noise, I was trying to open something. Sit out powerbomb from A2, or from a 2B. Only going to be 2, but a little bit too close for A2's liking. Now going for the cover against Kaine. Only going to be 1. And now A2 with the Alt F4. But now Kaine throwing A2 over the shoulder, heading up top. Going after 2B. And a diving clothesline, but here comes A2 on the apron. Kaine going for the cover. A2 immediately breaking it up. Irish whip. And a single leg drop kick. To be throwing A2 head first into the apron. And now Kaine is just kind of chilling in the dead zone. To be back into the ring, looking to be joined by A2, but interesting little bit of movement there. And a kick right to the spine. Going for the cover, here comes Kaine, finally back into the ring. Might have been catching her breath, I don't know, but there's a clothesline. And now 2B not really sure who to go after, so going after A2, turning her around. The knee, the clothesline, and now here comes Kaine. A2 forcing Kaine up over the shoulder, just dropping her jawbreaker onto the knee, but 2B with the super kick to put this one away. There's 2 A2 kicks out. Drop kick cover, not even 1. And now just pure chaos in the ring. Dragon clutch locked in from 2B. A2 breaking it up. Yeah, just chaos in the middle of the ring. I don't think anyone really knew who they were going after, but here comes A2 over the shoulder. Face first into the cover. Kaine back up to her feet, breaking it up. Kaine throwing A2 off the top rope. And now 2B with the baseball bat. Diving knee from Kaine, but 2B taking advantage. Another jumping knee from Kaine. Kaine with the suplex along the outside. And now we're in the part where the game breaks. Kind of. Leg sweep, and now A2 finding her way back. 2B. Slingshotting A2. Now 2B back into the ring. Grabbing the baseball bat. Neck breaker from Kaine. Now 2B along the outside yet again. Double knife edge shot. Kaine catching the kick. A2 trying to throw Kaine back into the ring. Kaine showing her how it's done. And now throwing 2B into an invisible wall. And back along the outside we go because we can't stay in the ring for some reason. And nobody knows how to go around a prone body. Kaine back into the ring. A2 giving chase. We're finally back where we belong with the Alt F4. And the pin, but here comes 2B. Spinning back heel kick. And the cover. This should put it away. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Honestly, as soon as we went to the outside, I thought that this game was going to break, but, well, I'm happy they found their way back. And the move to put it away, that spinning back heel kick.
Here is your winner, the 2B.
2B showing that she still has it. Just a couple of disappointing matches against Moreg, putting her on the back foot, but she's still here. She can still compete at a high level. She never left. And next up, introducing first, you know who it is. It is Waluigi.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, standing at 7 feet tall, weighing in at 185 pounds,
And as soon as I saw the card for today, I knew that this would be an instant classic. Let's just hope I'm right. And his opponent. He is your men's Universal Champion. The hero of the Homs. The Beast. Dunban. Here we go, both men ready? And here we go. Waluigi immediately running towards Dunban and hitting with a clothesline. Dunban back up to his feet and a single leg dropkick. And now Dunban moonsault immediately. And getting Waluigi back up to his feet. And now locking up collar and elbow. Waluigi immediately slipping to the back. Rear waist lock. Dunban trying to escape. Waluigi holding on tight. Throwing Dunban down, going for the cover, not even one, and here comes Dunban. Bridging. There's only one. Locking up yet again. Waluigi now pushing Dunban back into the ropes. Referee having to break them up. Waluigi with the right hand, a warning by the referee. Locking up yet again after Dunban avoids the knife edge. Waluigi the headlock. But Dunban finding the escape. Holding tightly onto that arm, Waluigi turning that into a hammerlock. And now Dunban with a headlock. Waluigi standing in for an Irish whip. Letting him run. But Dunban, the reversal. Right hands, knife edge shot, looking for the clothesline, but Waluigi slippery as always. Throwing Dunban into the corner, looking for the dropkick, but Dunban pushing that away. Russian leg sweep. Hammer drop, but nobody's home. Look for the drop kick. But again, nobody's home, and now Dunban walking Waluigi to the northeast corner. But Waluigi elbowing out. Now throwing Dunban into the corner, setting him up top. Are we set up for a top rope wallplex? Not quite. Top rope or a top rope head scissor toss. There's only one. Dunban kicks out. Dunban with the cover. There's two. Waluigi just barely finds the escape. And now Dunban into the corner. Looking for the Tempest kick. Into the cover. There's one. There's two. There's three. And Waluigi very disappointed after that match. And the lights are out. And here's Armstrong. Armstrong in the ring. Waluigi pleading for his life. And Armstrong with a choke slam. Just showing up out of nowhere. And making sure that Waluigi doesn't forget about him. And now for our first tag team matchup of the evening. Introducing first. They are your men's tag team champions. It is the Champion Slayer and the Bringer of Chaos. It is Rex and Zeke, the Heroes of Chaos.
Combined weight of 402 pounds. The Grand Prix Men's Tag Team Champions. Zeke, the irresistible force. Dynamite. And Rex, the disciple of darkness.
And their opponents, finally, again between these two, it is Ryan and Shulk. Wait a minute, this can't be right. My watch only says it's one time, but it has to be two, because it's Ryan time and it's Shulk time. It is time for the Vision Warriors.
Weight of 397 pounds. Ryan and Shulk, the Blade Runners.
These two not competing against each other in a month and a half? Finally getting the opportunity to share the ring yet again, and this ought to be interesting. And of course, we are starting off with Zeke versus Ryan in the ring, as it should be, and Ryan immediately running towards Zeke, who sees that coming. There's a scoop slam into the cover. Only one. Now Zeke throwing Ryan into the corner. Lining up. A huge back elbow into the chest. And now tagging in Rex. Rex throwing Ryan over his shoulders. Now to the outside, heading back in. again to the outside. Rex slingshot looking for the kick. But Ryan stepping out of the way, going for the cover, not even one. And now Rex, Irish whip into the double underhook slam. And now working on the neck. Stomp, nope, but nobody's home. Rex throwing Ryan back down. Toss into the corner, tagging in Zeke. Chain attack incoming. And an arm breaker. Zeke throwing Ryan right into the referee. Up, over the shoulder, bouncing him off the top turnbuckle. And a crossbody, but nobody's home. Shulk looking for the tag. Ryan still in the ring. Hip toss from Zeke. Now along the outside. Shulk throwing Zeke off the apron. Now joining him along the outside, Ryan, nobody's home. A little bit of miscommunication there. And Zeke with a hot shot. Ryan just staring up at Zeke. Ryan, are you gonna get in the ring? Or are you just gonna stare up at Zeke? There's 5. And now Ryan finally deciding to join us. Irish whip, turnstile elbow. Shulk desperately looking for the tag. And gets it. As Zeke showboating for the audience. Shulk finally in the ring. Head scissor toss. Elbow. And now Shulk to the outside. Back in. Not entirely sure what he was planning on doing. And a scoop slam from Zeke. Uppercuts to the stomach. Chopping down the tree. And now Zeke taking out Rex in. Not entirely sure what Ryan is doing. Looking for the crossbody, but nobody's home. And now Rex, middle rope. And now Shulk rolling Rex through, but Rex going for the cover. Shulk kicks out. Shulk desperado tag. Ryan, thank you for joining us back in the real world. There's a neck breaker. And now Shulk going after Zeke along the outside. Ryan along the outside going after Zeke also. Rex just staring down at the chaos. I think he's probably wondering what the hell is going on. If he should join them or not. Spearing Ryan off the apron, and now all 4 men along the outside. You can cover them with a blanket. Shulk with a facebuster. And now these two teams, which once started off with a slight disagreement between between Zeke and Ryan, devolving into pure chaos. Ryan, senton against Zeke. Rex, Ryan the reversal. Uppercuts in the corner. And now tagging out. Shulk is back in. Knee to the face. Looking for the kick, but Rex rolling through and going for the cover. Surprise rope break. Rex tags out. Zeke back in. And now Zeke along the outside. Springboard drop kick. Or slingshot drop kick. Ryan just kind of bouncing off the apron for some reason. Only going to be one as Shulk kicks out. Irish whip into the side slam. And now tossed into the corner looking for another chain attack. Dangling Shulk from the top rope. Hammer drop to the inside of the knee. And an enziguri. Rex along the outside. Are we looking for the phenomenal forearm? Yes, we are. Here's the cover. Here comes Ryan. Huge advantage for the Heroes of Chaos, though. Tagging in Zeke. And Zeke with a choke slam into the cover. 2, 3. And a match that may have at one point seemed like it was going to be a double count out. Or a quadruple count out. Ending up finishing fairly normally? But yeah, that's the match that I was more or less expecting between these two, especially for not competing against each other in so long. Pressure builds and eventually has to escape. And that is exactly what happened here tonight. The lid blowing off, and we essentially opened up Pandora's box. And for our second tag team matchup in the evening, introducing first, it is Devila and Popola, the Gestalt Sisters. And over the past couple of months, these two have been hearing it all. That they just got lucky. That they are choke artists. That they cannot complete matches. I wonder how much of that is actually getting to them. They have dealt with stuff like that before, but well, it nearly killed them, so... Is this any different? Is this worse? And their opponents. It is your Women's Universal Champion and her blade. It is the Special Inquisitor from Morar Dane, the Flamebringer herself, Lady Morag, and the crown jewel of Morar Dane, Brigid. They are the Flamebringers. And referee rings the bell. Popo immediately taking herself in. Blind tag, miscommunication between the Gestalt Sisters. And now Popo immediately turning Morag around, throwing her down. And the ground and pound. Hopefully that little bit of miscommunication doesn't affect Devil and Popola too much. It's Popola working on the ankle. Picking up Morag by the knee, throwing it down. And now going for the cover. Brigid immediately in to break it up. And Popola sending Morag into the corner, tagging in Devila. So it seems like they have some teamwork in them still, just weird way to start the match. Soccer ball kick right to the stomach. Devila going for the cover. There's two. Morag kicks out. Now Devila in the corner, running knee. And to the outside, springboard crossbody to the spine, and here we go, throwing Morag into the corner. Now Devila going for the clothesline, but accidentally hitting Popola, and now just Morag wailing on Devila. Popola coming to her sister's aid, completely getting completely catching Devila in the crossfire. Chaos along the outside, Chaos in the ring. And now Morag stomping on the upper arm. Completely shifting the tide of this match just out of complete and total communication loss. Morag stomping down on Devila. Tagging in Brigid. Devila back into the ring. Knife edge chop, catching the kick. And a crossbody splash. Tagging in Popola, trying to put that, whatever that was behind them. And Bridget forcing up Popola face first into the canvas. Satellite DDT from Popola, going for the cover. There's one and only one. Irish whip. Belly to belly slam. Head scissor. And now to the outside. Leg drop. Working on the neck. Popola rolling Bridget onto her side. Kick to the spine. Walk to the northeast corner. And a hot tag from Bridget. Morag in the ring. Popola having to recalculate her strategy. And now cover from Morag. Only one. Popola kicking out with force. Another Irish whip, this time to the outside. Morag, disciplined, staying in the ring. Bridget throwing Popola back into the ring. And now forcing Popola back up to her feet. Right hand, wrist clutch. Over the shoulder with the one hand. And just dropping her. And now tagging in Bridget. Up over knee to the knee. And a hot tag, Devila back in. Now Devila just wrapping Bridget arm around the top rope. Knife edge chop, but blocked. Devila kick to the stomach. In the corner. And now middle rope. Cross body splash. Not going for the cover, instead to the outside. Are we looking for the leg drop? Connects. And now going for the cover. Here comes Morag. Scoop slam. Middle or top rope. And a DDT from Devila, forcing Bridget back up to her feet. Irish whip into the corner, tagging in Popola. Double shoulder tackle. Popola not going for the cover immediately. Now running double leg drop kick. Walking Bridget to the northeast. Over the shoulder, but Bridget with a reversal. Popola the reversal right back. Cross body. may have winded Popola just a little bit. And now toss into the corner again. Scoop slam. Top rope. And a DDT just like her sister. And the cover. 1, 2. Bridget kicks out. But the Gestalt Sisters are humming right now. Toss to the corner, tagging in Devila. Uppercut. And now Devila. With the cover. 1, 2, 3. And with a little bit of miscommunication before the match, in the middle, there's a little bit of argumentation between them, and Popola's not celebrating with her sister. What is going on? And now for our penultimate matchup of the evening. Introducing first, he is the leader of the Phantom Thieves of Heart. It is Joker.
From Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 148 pounds, the Phantom Joker.
And Joker tearing it up as of late with Skull in the tag team division. And now looking to see what he can do in the singles division. And his opponent coming to play. It is Mr. 11037, Leon Kuwata. And prepare yourselves for chaos. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And here we go. Both men ready. And ref rings the bell to meet in the middle and immediately lock each other up. Sizing each other up as they slowly walk to the ring, or walk to the middle. And now Leon with a headlock. Now Irish whip, single leg drop kick from Joker. Locking up yet again. Leon throwing Joker down, clothesline. And already we're looking for the 5-knuckle shuffle. Leon stomping down on Joker. Stomp to the upper arm. And a middle rope. Trying to get Ren back up. Top rope crossbody splash. And the cover. 1. Only going to be 1. Another 5-knuckle shuffle. Joker back up to his feet. Locking up, throwing Leon. And the cover, only going to be 1. Leon to the outside. Joker following, looking for the crossbody. Just a little bit too high. Leon back into the ring. Joker back up to his feet. Leon with a suicide spear. And maybe landing on his head a little bit too hard. There's 5. And are you shitting me? And Joker throwing Leon back into the ring. Jumping in after him. Leon elbowing out. Irish whip and knee to the stomach. And the cover. 1. And Leon looking for another 5-knuckle shuffle. Falling fist. And forcing Joker back up to his feet. And now Joker trying to repay Leon with a strike of his own. And that wasn't even anywhere close. Up, over the shoulder. Falling fist, Joker gets out of the way. And now up, over, down. And a leg drop across the chest. Into the cover. 1, 2. Leon kicks out. Irish whip. And the cutter from Joker. 1, 2. Leon kicks out. And a flying crossbody to the spine. Joker rolling Leon around. Joker up top. Elbow drop to the chest. And the cover. 1, 2. Leon kicks out. Joker. Moonsault. There's 2. Leon still kicking out. Arm breaker. Joker forcing Leon back up to his feet. Irish whip. Diving underneath, jumping over the top, and another cutter. And the tides have changed completely, but we're still not done. Joker with a sling blade. And now the sliding clothesline. If you're not going to go down to the cutter, how about the clothesline? Referee, pay attention. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. And Leon with a very strong start. But Joker deciding to play the long game. And in the end, I was going to say patience prevailed, but is it really patience when you try to hit 4 finishers against your opponent and they don't go down? At that point, I think you're just trying to bury them underneath the ring. But still.
Here is your winner, the Phantom Joker.
Well, Leon certainly making Joker work for it, excuse me. But in the end, the Phantom Thief is standing on top. And now for our main event of the evening.
The fall is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the Queen.
Introducing first, she is the Queen of the Phantom Thieves, Makoto Niijima. And her opponent, she is your newest women's Nexus Champion, defeating Sophie at the Elimination Chamber just a few weeks ago. And luckily for her, she doesn't have to worry about defending the belt at the next PLE, because that's going to be the king and the queen of the ring tournaments. Anyway, it is Mitsuru Kirijo. And here we go, both women ready. And referee rings the bell in the match, or to start the match between these two rivals, and they immediately lock each other up, collar and elbow. Mitsuru pushing Makoto back up against the ropes, referee having to break them up. Again, locking up in the collar and elbow. Makoto forcing Mitsuru up over the shoulders, but Mitsuru elbowing out. Makoto with a right hand, turning Mitsuru around, elbow to the spine. Locking up yet again, and now Mitsuru with a headlock. Belly to back slam. And a stomp to the back of the head. Makoto rolling Mitsuru around. Mitsuru trying not to undo all of the hard work that she's put herself through. To get herself back from the brink of absolute disappointment. And now Makoto choking Mitsuru in the corner. I wonder if she's planning on doing what she did to Kasumi just a few weeks ago. There's only one. But when she took a friendly match and just completely flipped it on its head is what I mean. And now Makoto sending Mitsuru for an Irish whip. The tackle, stomp to the wrist. Makoto throwing Mitsuru aside. Smashing the knee into the canvas. Right hand. And sending Mitsuru for an Irish whip. Picking her up, throwing her down. And Mitsuru doesn't seem to have an answer for anything that Makoto's throwing at her. But there's the reversal as soon as I said it. Sending Mitsuru sending Makoto for an Irish whip. Knee onto the shoulder, or neck onto the shoulder. Clothesline to the back. Makoto to the outside. Heading back in. Mitsuru staring her down. Looking to come back with the clotheslines. And a stump leg breaker. Makoto back on the offense, walking Mitsuru to the western ropes, but Mitsuru elbowing out. Irish whip. Diving underneath. Turnstile elbow. Stomp to the wrist. Completely squashing that brief bit of offense that Makoto tried to put on. Mitsuru middle rope crossbody. And Mitsuru again irreversible. Here comes Makoto. Locking in the guillotine. But if you try to bring Mitsuru down to the ground, she knows exactly how to get out of it. But a spear. 1, 2, Mitsuru kicks out. And now Makoto, the ground and pound. Had she had enough? Or had she had enough? Had she had enough? Why is that so difficult to say? I don't know. Gut-wrenching front slams. The entire arena on their feet, looking for another spear, but Mitsuru getting lucky. Up, over, slam. Into the cover, only one. And now Makoto, Mitsuru with a reversal. And what are we looking for here? The knife edge chop. The face buster, the natural selection. And now Mitsuru with the cover. There's 2 and Makoto kicks out just before 3. Back and forth, toe to toe. And now shots to the shots to the spine, bouncing Mitsuru off the ropes. And now Irish whip, Mitsuru with another reversal, single leg drop kick. And now Mitsuru with a snap suplex into the cover. There's 2, and I wasn't expecting much out of that, but Mitsuru finding a way. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Mitsuru Kirijo has finally found her mojo again. She is back. Makoto tried turning up the heat against her, but Mitsuru ice cold as ever. But when fire meets flame, when fire meets ice, never quite sure what's gonna happen, and this is exactly proof of that. But with that, I would like to thank all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Friday for Eclipse as we continue to prepare ourselves for the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. As Mitsuru, I didn't realize that she was busted up, but her left eye completely covered with blood. But until then, we are signing out from Olympia, Washington. See ya.